Well, thank you so much for having me here. Thank you, everyone, for joining here. Um, Thank you for having interest in what I'm doing because I think this is very important for so many folks out there who are showing up on LinkedIn, want to do something with LinkedIn, but don't have a clue what's working and how to show up over there with their voice. Because we are entering in some kind of AI soup in the feed and following trends, copying pasting, and you're getting lost into it. So yeah, because I was one of those AI soups and
Mhm.
trying to follow trends. Once I discovered my voice, I realized this is something that especially seniors are struggling a lot, folks with a bunch of years of experience and have no idea how to open up their voice and be truly themselves. Did you see that as well? I don't know, you are also posting on LinkedIn. How that goes with
Yeah,
you?
yeah,
Posting.
absolutely. I think a lot of people are uh, afraid of posting on LinkedIn, afraid of telling their opinions and be themselves. I see a lot of, especially here in Slovenia, there are some, I would say, people who want to influence and they say openly what they are thinking and they polarize people. And I like that because if you have your opinion, uh, then you make people think, and that's what I value the most. Because if you are just going with the flow and not challenging people, then we are all settled to something mediocre. And I think that's where the joy ends.
100%. I felt like this was actually my trigger for LinkedIn to show up over there to try to test it, because throughout my life and whenever I was an employee, I was always some kind of put in a box. You have to think this way. You have to think by our company rules. By you show up how we are going to tell you. You always perform. You always have to be someone who you did not sign up to be.
Mhm,
Eventually, it looks fake, although you're trying not to look fake.
mhm,
But everyone can see through you. But because this is expected from you, or someone else put expectation on you. For example, founders are feeling pressured under investors, board members, how to show up properly. They can't sleep, always performing. Literally, like we are slaves in this modern world. We'll never be truly ourselves.
mhm,
And what I realized, I was always around ultra high net worth people, old money people. And whenever I spent alone time with them, it was always about one thing and one thing only: show me your true self. I don't
mhm,
care that you perform in front of me. Don't give me that act, that drama, that theater. Just be open, be friendly, treat me as you treat your friend.
mhm,
And I saw the same system works on LinkedIn. Show me as you are talking to your grandma.
mhm,
Literally tell me in that sentence. Tell me like that. Because this is so
mhm.
humanized. You are actually attracting instead of chasing for that attraction. And that's changed. That changed everything for me, because at the first I was trying to chase, perform, like if somebody is posting like this, I have to post as well. No, 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 no. This is
Mhm,
someone else. This is not me. And this
mhm.
is what I'm trying to help other people, just to, show that experience, very hard earned experience, expertise, to open up in the entire world. And as I posted today, actually, in a post, someone might in Tokyo or Japan looking just for you to sort out their problem, and you don't know that before. You just show up yourself.
Yeah, because we can always be the same as a lot of people, but if we are our true selves, we are different because we have different experiences, different, I don't know, views on the world, and that's what uh, it's interesting for other people.
Yeah, I mean, that doesn't mean that it doesn't come with the challenges,
Hmm.
because you see people posting about certain things on one way and one way only. It's not that only one and one way only works. It
Yeah.
works what it works for you. And that separates you from the entire AI soup and entire feed.
Hmm.
And nowadays we see a lot of drop in impressions, and I truly believe that LinkedIn has a backhand AI tracking all those posts, because in the past week I had huge impression rate on a post that are completely different than anything you can see in the feed.
Hmm.
So nowadays, if you are different, you're going to be recognizable. That doesn't mean that you have to reinvent something, that you have to bring the most unique idea. No. As our dear friend Yasmin said, he said, the unique thing is because you are unique over there. You
Absolutely.
are one in a billion who is getting that from your skin, your experience. And I know it's difficult because we used to talk in a technical language. We are not comfortable how we will translate that on paper. We are not all copywriters. It's a huge challenge. But I found some systems like recording your voice, just being comfortable with getting out your thoughts, and then it's easy to translate to paper. But following AI is just going to make us, if I need to say, dumb. It's good to leverage, and I don't have anything against it. But I think, AI is going to become smarter than us, and I mean, we need to control AI. I mean, not that it
Absolutely.
controls us. that
Absolutely.
is the thing.
I
I
like
don't know.
talking with Yeah, I like talking with the AI because it gives me new perspectives and challenges my, I don't know, views. But I also challenge AI views because if you don't, it will always confirm that you are right. And if you say, okay, challenge my, then you get new perspectives also from AI, and you can also argue with him, and you can argue harsh, and it gives you a lot of new information. So yeah.
I am. I think my neighbors already don't like me because I'm fighting with AI all the time. It's like,
Yeah.
no, I don't agree with you. No, no,
Mm.
stop it. Yeah, they think that I'm having someone over there to fight every day. No, it's just my AI. But it's 100%. You're right, and we shouldn't take this for granted. We just need to critically and morally think about AI. Thank you for pulling these comments on.
Mhm.
I wish that more people actually put some comments, or Reverend Emmanuel. Hi, hello. I would like to hear other folks from this live, what they think about AI, how they're using AI in the posting, in the commenting. I saw so many AI comments, and somehow it's so difficult for me to even reply, because I know it's AI, it's not a real
Mhm.
human person behind. Or, there are many folks who are having personal assistants commenting, which then also like doesn't feel so personalized. Like I'm talking with someone else. Like, who
Mhm.
is that person behind? I know they want, also to make easier life, but it doesn't need to be that hard. Just strategically commenting on a groups of people. And if you know strategically who you are tracking right people. That is all about. You need to shine. I found out recently that scientifically it's proven that each person glows emit a light, but our
Mhm.
eyes cannot see those biotrons. So now
Mhm.
imagine if you embrace that lightness in you more and more, that means that you are glowing more and more. And that is what is attracting others. Although we cannot see that light in other person, but it's attracting us more. And eventually, why someone is choosing one business compared to another one that is doing exactly the same thing. It's about
Mhm.
personality. It's about that light, that glow that's actually attracting them to yourself. So I think this is, especially now with AI, is something that is going to make difference in the human lives. Just to open up that we are not in those boxes of someone's expectations. And yeah, Irene is here. Irene knows this so much. She's nailing this down. Cameron is in the room.
Uh,
So yeah,
well,
it's going
I
to be
have
interesting.
yeah, I have another aspect of this because I think a lot of people are afraid or are not really comfortable with their views and they are insecure in themselves, and that's why they are using AI as a comment, uh, because they want to interact but they don't really know how, and they trust AI more than in themselves.
Yeah.
I sometimes feel that, and I say I use their comment to initiate the conversation because I think it's worth it, and it's worth it to uh, um, uh, challenge them or make them talk more because they have this. Uh, uh, they are stuck in their own I don't know incapability of uh, sharing their voice openly,
Yeah.
and they have to
Yeah.
start somewhere, and they start with AI. And today it's easier to start because you can use AI, and this is a good start because it. I usually talk with people who started their business, and uh, the first step is the hardest. The first post is the hardest when your heart goes bum bum bum, and then nothing uh, uh, dramatically happen. You just post it, and
The world
perhaps
doesn't stop. The world
yes,
still
and some
going, and
people
I know.
yeah, and perhaps some people even liked what you posted.
Yeah, I
Eh,
know that happens to you. I know, happened to
Yeah,
me as well.
yeah.
I
So.
know, same.
Uh, I want to ask you one question. What was the moment when you went from this idea, okay, I will help people with that, and to make it a real business? What was that moment, person? What was the trigger?
The trigger was that I was always performing for someone else. I was always in the box for someone else. And
Hmm.
I was solving issues for everyone else. And I was always backup plan for everyone else. And the credits were taken from me. And I was like, literally, like I wrote today in a post, true story. No one knew me beyond my pantry and coffee machine. Like no one knew about me. I had so many capabilities, which I would also be surprised how I was executing
Hmm.
with investors, with partners, with seniors, whatever on anything. I was previously executive assistant, and in this country, that means you know everything about anything in anywhere you go.
Hmm.
And I realized that throughout the years, my voice was silenced,
Hmm.
muted. I
Hmm.
remember my university days where I used to write, and I really enjoyed writing. And then I realized after these 10 plus years that I simply muted my voice for someone else.
Hmm.
And I realized, no, this is not happening. I cannot allow, first of all, that life shut me down just
Hmm.
to accommodate myself towards someone else. And once I start opening up, incredible reactions I used to get in my messages, those people who would say, aha, that's me. Aha, yes, I really needed to hear this. Those aha moments that I'm helping someone just by sharing my thoughts, my opinions in my voice. That gave me boost to give even more and more. And I went through loads of trials and errors, loads of them. I was pulling my hair some days. I was like going really anxious. You know this. I see your smile. I
Absolutely.
see you as well. I was trying and testing so many advices, and eventually I came to realize this doesn't need to be so complicating. We are complicating life so much that it's incredible. Just because you're expected to get a good engagement on a post. No, who tells you that? That's nonsense. I
Hmm.
was getting good engagement. I was going over 2 million impressions per post. Didn't bring me anything. Didn't bring me
Hmm.
right people. But the
Hmm.
right system, how to attract right people with you as your persona, your light, it's one in a billion. It doesn't exist. Your light doesn't exist. And your light must attract someone else, not this viral post or viral trick. So this is exactly what was my trigger. Okay, I have to show up these to people because before this, I was posting more about leadership and management because I was an advisor. I was everything in the company.
Hmm.
And that positioned me in the UAE in the number one place. And then it hit me, okay, I didn't finish business school. I wasn't into this entire my life. But if that positioned me in the UAE number one, how about that other industries become number one in their own niches? I mean, people who are more capable than I was for this. And then it hit me, okay, I want to show people how to show themselves and become number one, number one. Number one to attract your clients, your tribe, your investors, your partners. That is number one for me. Of course, that is going to be followed by the magazine features, by podcasts, by speaking gigs. That is all following. But being number one means that you are yourself and
Hmm.
attracting only one person for start. One
Hmm.
person that you want, and that person is going to attract another and another and another. So that was my trigger. It
Excellent.
wasn't it wasn't easy, but yeah, journey.
Well,
It's a
I
journey.
think we will get back to this later because I think this it wasn't easy. It's one of the things that most of entrepreneurs say it never gets easy.
Never.
Oh, okay, let's go into that. What do you think about that? Is it that one of the things that most that really surprised you about entrepreneurship?
Well, about entrepreneurship, what mostly surprised me, to be honest, is now it might be shocking, but people need to know as well. Being a woman in entrepreneurship is really difficult.
Okay.
People are not getting you serious and easily can be cross boundaries on those discovery calls into more business setup, people, men, taking you for granted. And the second thing is that people don't value your expertise and feel more entitled to get everything for nothing. That was more surprising for me because I don't know if you know this about me, but I finished the master degree I have in philosophy theology. So somehow I was raised up and learned a lot about moral and ethical way of life. So when I entered in the business, I knew a bunch of stuff is happening. That's normal life. But when I was experiencing on my own skin, it was a completely different story.
Yeah.
I was shocked, and it was kind of difficult for me to go through that and navigating how not to lose a client and navigating not to cross boundaries. That was kind of difficult, I would say. But it is at the end rewarding as well because you end up also with the brilliant people from the entire world
Hmm.
who who do want to stay in touch, who do want to, you know, not only learn from you, but actually follow you and accompany you on your journey and to be besides you any type of the support. I'm in a community where I just you need to text anyone, and in the middle of night, someone will go on the call, and this is incredible. Having people in the entire world, wherever you go, you can actually text someone, and you can have a support in any country you are. That is the most rewarding. Yeah, seeing that people are actually changing lives because of your impact,
Hmm.
it's I'm still speechless whenever I get a message, you made my day, and then the story how they went in a different direction because of my post. We don't think about those things when we actually post or made a comment. There was like a certain time that I would receive like, oh, your comment still stuck with me after 5 days. Like, I don't even remember that comment. Like, what comment? So yeah, it's very much rewarding. So you forget all these, I would say, challenges in the business for sure. Yeah.
Let me ask you this. You are living in Dubai right now and working there.
Hmm.
How is it different to the other countries? Because you said you are not taken really serious as a woman entrepreneur. Is it different there than in the other countries?
I used to have one professor of university who would say now, his name is Professor Nenad Malovic. He would say, no matter wherever you go, you will have the same people. You will have this. You will have good and bad people. You will have people who are going to take easier path and those right path, harder path. No matter wherever you go, you will have the same people. But the fact is that it is cultural wise, people over here will respect women more. Arabs, Muslims, they are very, very respectful of women. They treat women very, very nicely. They will hold you on a palm. They will really do everything. And this is a beauty in this country. I really feel safe, and yeah, Islam. Great presence. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. So yeah, I can just say nice things about being here. They gave me such a blessing as a woman to feel safe and protected, I would say. So yeah, no, definitely over here I feel really nice. Hi Mohammed, greetings.
Right now in Dubai, we have really different information. How is life there? Just one sentence. How does it look from the first hand?
From the first front line, huh?
Yeah.
It's very, very safe, I would say. It's not as it's in the media in a world. It really is well protected country. People don't even want to go back home, but that doesn't mean that people do not quietly suffering, that they're not worried about their future, about their workplaces, about how prolonged this could be, about the deeper state of economy. And although they're very hard to admit, they do struggle. You can see on them, especially when everyone goes quiet and the world forgets about you, because it's actual like for the first few days, and then all of a sudden everyone goes quiet.
Mhm.
It's difficult to go to sleep and think, are we actually safe? You
Mhm.
are, and the government is doing amazing job, and I cannot be enough grateful for everything they're doing to protect us. We do feel safe, but at the end, we do have some fears that might be hidden in us. I know to say people just give praise to God, and He's going to give a peace in your heart first of all, and then if we just have all peace in our hearts, it's going to affect everyone else. It's like it's going to transmit to even state over here and the entire situation. So yeah, from the first hand, it's not as the global media is having this attention in the like it's a such a war over here. It's not. It's quite okay,
Mhm.
but yeah, good to be here. Yeah, exactly. It's good to be here. It's good to be here. I feel blessed. Yeah.
Great. Let's go back
Tell
to
me.
the business and the entrepreneurship. How did you start with the execution? Alone, with a friend, with community? Uh, how did you give advice to someone who's on the edge? Shall I start? Shall I not? How to?
There is no right day, I will tell you. There is no right moment, right hour in a day when you will actually feel this. Oh, I will post right now. No, that moment doesn't exist. Although I was waiting for that moment for months and months and years, and I was just lurking on LinkedIn. No, unfortunately, I didn't get to that moment. What it actually got me is I wanted to have a hobby on the previous workplace just to start showing up myself and as a distraction. So just to put my thoughts out there, opinions. I still didn't have a clue what I'm doing. So I was going all alone the first, I would say, month, just trying to see. I This was my mistake at the beginning. I was trying to see what others are doing and learning from them. But how I was learning from them, I was adapting their voice. Again, I
Mhm.
wasn't myself.
Mhm.
And that was my mistake because it sucked me in. So I became someone who I'm not. Again, another loop, just in a different setup. And yeah, that didn't went well. So most of the days I would just talk with God. What should I do? Where should I go? So all alone in a prayer, in a meditation, just trying to figure out my next path. Where do I belong? And I believe this is very important for each person, just to see on the path where they belong in this life. Very
Mhm.
crucial. Because you're not here by accident. There is a purpose for you. And then definitely community. I was part of the few communities which I wanted actually to learn, but no one actually gave me that secret sauce, I would say, how to actually show up myself. Until recently, I discovered this in Yasmin's community, which gave me permission, just gave me permission to be who I am.
Mhm.
I remember you told at the beginning that people don't know how to comment and they're scared to comment. I
Mhm.
would say that people are scared of judgments.
Mhm. Absolutely.
People always think, oh, someone won't like me, or this word doesn't fit here, or someone might take this wrong. Let them. Let them. If you are liked by everyone, you're not liked by anyone. I know to say that. Of course, there will be people who are not going to like you, but you're not here for entire world. You're here for yourself. Of
Mhm.
course, it doesn't mean that you're going to be rude online or I don't know what. Still, there are certain manners that you need to show. But because you are being you, you are attracting people who are at the same level as you are. And that is the beauty. That is how I see so many business owners are doing with their own profiles. They're not pushing their company pages because people are not connecting with the company page, with the logo, with the brand. People are not connecting with an idea of something. What is, I don't know, whatever company, Apple. What is Apple? I don't
Yeah.
know. Okay, I said wrong example. Apple is a really huge company. But I mean, like, if you say the name of, I don't know, Robert Shefman, okay, I know that person. I
Mhm.
know, I trust that person.
Mhm.
So there should be first trust with the person, connection and bond with the person that I can actually trust product of that person. And
Exactly.
when you see, it's very logical. And I see many business owners doing exactly the same thing. They're not pushing their company pages, but they're pushing their own persona. And I think this is going to be huge, big a deal in the next few years, especially how AI is booming.
Hmm.
Because I also feel sometimes I wish to go back in the 90s when we had easier times. Why? Because we didn't have so many offers.
Yeah.
Now offers are jumping from every corner. You turn yourself and you have a pitch, or you turn yourself and you have another offer, something else to buy, something else to try. We didn't have so many offers before, and I believe we had way simpler life. But now you need to select. You need to be very profound in how you approach to all those offers and who
Hmm.
you are giving your energy, because it's eating you alive. And with this AI offers, we are having so many each day, each day. So who you're going to choose, and will someone choose your product, your service, is based who you are, because there's so many same products out there. What you are doing must surely be sure that there are at least 10 people just around your like a 5 kilometer radius around you. So why
Exactly.
someone will choose someone else compared to you?
Yeah.
Because of you, because
Yeah.
they trust you. That is the only thing. And this is why I want to help others. I want to advise others how to open up their voice, because I struggled with that.
Hmm.
I didn't know. And I always knew how to write bigger, I would say, thesis and putting ideas on like a 50 pages, 100 pages, but I didn't know how to put in a one post, one small post.
Yeah.
That was a huge trouble and yeah, for me. But once I realized that, you don't need to even worry about ideas. Once you match your pillars to your niche, once you map your basics of the marketing, even what is in your funnel, top of the funnel, middle and the bottom of the funnel, are you showing or teaching or inviting in the posts? Are you telling a personal story? How you strategize based on what you want to achieve in the next quarter, in the next few months? This is exactly what is positioning. No position, as Yasmin Yal Elich would say, positioning is everything, and everything is positioning.
Yeah.
You know,
Exactly.
so I do believe in that, and I just just positioning, right positioning at the right moment, and everything. There is nothing that is impossible, no matter of the impressions on LinkedIn or the right now how algorithm is working or not working. That doesn't matter, because human psychology works the same way with algorithm and not algorithm, or how
Yeah.
you approach in those DMs. No algorithm can do this, because this is a human basic interaction. What existed 50 years ago exists now as well. But you need to be human. You can't fake that out. People can see through that.
Hmm.
I tried both ways. I tried also being that fake type of the person, trying to mimic every single word and like walking on the eggshells. No, no, it's not working. I was then frustrated why it's not working, and it's working for everyone else. Yeah,
Hmm.
it's obvious because this is not me, it's someone else.
Absolutely.
So just in that way, I want others to realize that, because opportunities then are just coming throughout your night. You will wake up in the morning with so many messages, and you have no idea that someone actually saw your post 10 days ago and decided to reach out now,
Hmm.
or investor who was checking you for months and months of your posting and never engaged, and all of a sudden come in your DM and say, hey, I was been looking at you for the past couple of months.
Hmm.
I mean, and your life is changed. So it's good to be consistent, it's good to be present, because if you're not present, no one knows about you. that's
Exactly.
that's digital card right now. Business cards are, yeah, there, but this is first due diligence. I was doing due diligence when I was assistant, and it was very ungrateful work, because I had to go so deep, which I was used to going deep because I was studying philosophy and I knew how to do researches. But when you don't have any presence anywhere, it's really hard to dig in deep. And you need to hand off that money to that person. Or it's really difficult. So, yeah. Did you see that as well? So how people actually wasting their time and
Yeah, I have to challenge or argue with your claim that there's no perfect time. I think perfect time exists, and the perfect time is right now. So if you are if you're thinking, should I post or should I not, or where should I post, or about what should I post, post right now with about something you're thinking right now. Doesn't really matter. Just post. This is the first thing. The second thing that I would like to emphasize is one of my coworkers said LinkedIn is the most fake platform because everybody is praising for everybody. Everybody likes everything, and they are not criticizing like on X or things like that. And I think it's obvious why, because we are all going through the same struggle. We have all been in those other shoes. We know that the struggle is real. From this first posting, from to this, I don't know, loneliness or uh, being stuck and everything, being imposters and everything that people are talking about, we can relate. So it is not fake. It's because we were there and we support each other, and that's the beauty of communities and the beauty of LinkedIn. Because we know how it feels and we support each other. It's great, I think.
and it's not science fiction to get to your tribe, even if you're not part of the community. When I was starting out, I didn't have a clue how it's working or how commenting are working or any strategic type of the commenting. What is that? But because I liked certain people, I liked some following certain accounts and posts. I was coming to those people every day. And what's happening when people see you're coming to them, it's in a human nature that you want to check, first of all, what that person is doing
Hmm.
and at least read one post. And
Yeah.
if you have been attracted by that person, most likely that person is going to like you because you two are going to match and attract each other.
Yeah.
And what is happening? People like to return their gratitude by engaging with your content. And
Yeah.
this is how you're creating your community without actually belonging to any community. And somehow you're enjoying it's not really not for engagement pods because I really did trials and errors on everything on anything, and yes, I was into that, but I was, I would say, tricked into it. I didn't even realize that I was into it, and it did me more harm than good.
Mhm.
And I would say that just by following accounts you like, it's not that you need to religiously going every day to those accounts. Just when you like something, when you've seen a feed, and the same thing, I see those people will value you. So it's not engagement pod, but it is your tribe of your people, of your community, which I
Yes.
really, really liked. And it becomes way easier as well. And then you exchange ideas and you
Mhm.
exchange, you're having these online coffee chats and you're getting some friendship that you will never be even able to have this in life. Not only friendships, but someone knows someone and someone says, "Oh, I know the right person for you. Oh, you're doing this. Just my friend's father said that they're looking for investor. Oh, okay, yes, this is exactly what we're doing."
Mhm.
And somehow those even chats are turning into businesses, into partnerships. Hey, this is one of our guys. Well, hi everyone. So this is like, yeah, our friends. Our friends are here as well.
Okay, let's go back. So, what was the best business advice you received, or perhaps the worst one?
The worst one, follow only one system. Only one system is going to save you. One system only. Only my system. This is final system that you're going to find. This is the worst advice ever, because I heard at least 100 of my system only. And
Mhm,
neither of those one system only worked for me.
mhm,
That's why I also approach very individually with each person, because each person has its own system.
mhm,
Even if person still doesn't know what is system for themselves,
mhm,
we are unlocking that together. Because some people are more for voice notes, some people are more for text, some people are more for the notebook and writing with hand. So for
absolutely.
each person, it's something different in a plan that
Mhm,
actually works for them and them only. So because I do know also different unique my only system, I do know different systems, and then we are unlocking which one might fit. It's like a puzzle. You're just
mhm,
collecting pieces into your own system. So I would say the worst was actually saying one system follow and eight productivity tips, or I don't know. This is okay. Those eight productivity tips might work for you, but not for me. You might give me some kind of suggestions that I can try and see what's actually working for me. So yeah, this is I would say the worst thing.
Okay,
Definitely.
so let's dive a bit deeply into your offer. What you are offering? How does it look? If I work with you, how much time? How much of my engagement? How does it look?
What I know to say, if you are here to chase vanity metrics with me, forget it. It's not going to be with my offer. If you are here not to give any effort and asking me first, how is this going to work for me? And not putting any effort, it's not going to work. I cannot give you that.
Mhm,
This is also not for someone who cannot take at least 1 hour per week to engage, to be human being with another human being.
mhm,
It's not going to magically happen something overnight just because you posted such an amazing post. It's not going to attract people. If you want to attract people, you need to show up for themselves first. I know to say, serve first to be served. No one is
mhm,
going to hand over to you anything if you're not showing up there for themselves, for them. What I do have is opening and mapping their voice throughout the 6 weeks. Each
mhm,
week is a different team. First is revamping profile, which is literally your doorstep to anyone who is interested in you.
mhm,
It's literally like you are showing up on a meeting in a sweatpants or you're showing up in a proper suit. I mean,
mhm,
it's a basic thing. You need to present yourself in a proper way. And what I also like to say, people, each of those calls are actually transformational calls. I'm not handing over textbooks, which you are still going to learn. You're actually going to have happened together. We are going to do it together. Then it's actually opening your voice. Who do you want to become? What do you want to be known for?
mhm,
Who are you? And sometimes that is the most difficult question, even for the experts of years and years in one niche with their own education, they still don't know who they are. And after that, we are going to map strategically who they want to become by strategy, how they're going to post. Then it's
mhm,
coming fun part, opening up that voice, giving systems which are going to help them. I'm
mhm,
going both ways, manual, like we don't have AI at all, and tomorrow world shuts down AI, no AI, so you're not going to be someone who doesn't know to function without AI. But I
mhm,
also give systems with AI that can help you out,
mhm,
because some people are struggling having the ADHD or it's pretty common. I can't structure my thoughts. I can talk more than actually put in one small post. That's
Mhm.
where AI is helping me just to organize my thoughts.
Mhm.
So we're going into that, how to help ourselves.
Mhm.
Then it's coming part of the commenting, how to find your tribes of people, what groups of people, what do you do every day, to whom you're going to show up, how you will find those people, right people you want to attract. Because everything is going to be positioned strategically. You're not mixing apples and pears. You have to literally know where you want to be shown,
Mhm.
who you want to attract. And then everything is moving to connection. Before connecting, before hitting that connect button, those are messages, DMs.
Mhm.
How do you want to be shown in front of the others? How you are starting conversations? Are you patch sleeping with people? What do you do after conversation starts? Because that can build or break relationship.
Mhm.
And finally, final hour is masterclass in everything that we learned,
Mhm.
in everything that I equipped you and give you all the tools, and I see you're confident to move on without me. Of course, there are people who are extremely busy. They cannot do and continue by themselves. That's where I can include, even if they have, usually those are CEOs, founders, who they have their own staff, marketing team, executive assistants. Then I'm including them on the call, telling them how they're going to proceed further on. Sometimes they even tell, I feel comfortable about you, how you're writing posts. Can we extend to your support with writing? Of course. Then there
Mhm.
is like a add-on if someone wants to revamp their banner, featured section, there is visual, because brand is also about the color, consistency, how you want to show up. Everything is like, people used to call this, and they're still calling, personal brand.
Mhm.
I don't like this expression because it makes me like a product, like a brand. Like I feel like I'm on the sale. I'm not on a sale. Although it's calling personal brand, but I'm not on sale. But when you see, it's the best expression because you are showing up yourself and you're not taking this day a little bit from here, a little bit from there, just like how you wake up that morning. No. So you need to know who you are, and that is what I'm opening up in the first hours, just to map down who you are. We need to know who you are. That is sometimes the worst part, I will tell you. The worst part. We don't even think how it is hard.
So you said you don't like the expression personal brand. Do you have a better one?
Mm, authority brand.
Okay.
Authority. Showing up authoritative with your own voice.
Mhm.
Yes. Showing up your expertise.
Okay. Let us give us a bit of your wisdom concretely. What is the most common mistake people make when working on LinkedIn or trying to be to work on their authority or personal brand?
Most common mistake, I see AI soups. I see loads of AI phrases,
Mhm.
which there are so many. I can read those posts, and somehow authority and your voice, it's getting lost. um, Somehow I get lost in the actually expertise of each person just because of that mismatch. I also see lots of AI comments, which also gives me some kind of yeah, blah, like I start liking you. I want to actually have really relationship with you, and then I see, oh no, why?
There's
Why
a
I don't
robot
see you?
behind.
No, no. Why this cannot be a real person?
Yeah.
Trying to fake it out, what actually should be so easy, so simple.
Hmm.
I also see lots of trauma dumping, lots of, I would say, also bad things. Like whenever we say like a post personal story, I read so many traumas, and people are not only about trauma.
Hmm.
So yes, this is actually a very good question as well. LinkedIn banner needs to be enticing. LinkedIn banner needs to provide a message, because once someone lands on your profile, you have literally 7 seconds if that person is going to stay or not. And there are some researches showing that what person first see is actually banner.
Yeah.
And how do you communicate it through banner? Banner is your billboard.
Yeah.
Take it like that way. You are driving on your highway and you see huge billboard with a Rolex. Rolex, it's a very luxuriously stylish brand. You don't need to communicate much. If you're not service provider, you don't need to have loads of text on a banner, but you need to signalize who you are. What do you do? In the way that we actually communicate your voice, your brand, who you want to show, how you want to show, what is your archetype brand voice. There are different archetype brand voices. We will map that. Are you a friendly voice? Are you authoritative? Are you promoting wisdom? Are you a teacher? Are you, so we need to match all of that with your colors. But banner is the first thing. If that doesn't fit, usually I see people just leave a profile. The worst thing I see is not having anything on a banner. At least having something that is at least something closer to what do you do. That is the best. Write my post, not AI. Yes, yes. And you need to also attract them. Make sure that first two lines be really, really so good that actually people are going to stay in the post. This is also what I see as a big mistake when I read from such a great experts who have so good knowledge to share with the world. I see lots of technical writing things which are amazing, but I know to tell them, keep that for warm audience. Right now you are attracting. So
Hmm.
attract me as well. I might be interested in airplane building, I don't know, crafting, engineering stuff. I might be interesting if it's written in my language. But this is how you attract it, because if you attract me and I make a comment under your post, someone in my network is going to see my comment, and that might be your real deal, because that person is going to see my comment and see, oh wow, I'm into this industry, I want to connect with that person. That is the beauty when your comment is shown on the feed. That's why strategically commenting is very important, because you never know when are you going to be shown in someone else's feed. This is how you're tracking. So I see lots of technical stuff. I see lots of me, look at me. And people are not there because of you and only you. People want
Hmm.
to know from you for themselves.
Hmm.
First of all, that one. It's all amazing when I see those posts when people are saying, I'm excited to be at this and that event. I'm thrilled to announce. It's all cool. I'm more than excited for you as well. But what lessons you got from those events? Share me, give me something. Why would I be interested to stay in that post? Why
Hmm.
should I engage with that post? What's in there for me to stay in that post? So this is what I see as a big mistake. People need to attract other people in the way that I would say communicate value, educational for other people. Yes.
And I see, I know Yasmin Alic is preaching about commenting for years, and that the comments are the real essence of building a community, building a business. And just today, I think this was Estelle Pretorius. I don't know if I pronounce that correctly, she uh, put a post about how she was hired from the comment, not from her post, but because somebody sees her comment and said, "Okay, that's great. I would like to work with you." And that is another, I don't know, dimension of seeing that comments really work. Because if somebody says, "Okay, comment more because this way you'll build connection and you'll build business," is one thing. But if somebody says, "Okay, I commented and that's how I get this business," that's another level. That's okay. This is the proof that this works.
But once you comment, that's why everything comes in a package. You can't just comment and believe miracle is going to happen. No, you need to have nailed down your tagline. Because if someone sees your comment, first they're going to check, this is Bob. Okay, who is Bob? And under the Bob's name is going to be written a headline, tagline. Who is it? Oh, this is interesting. I'm going to check Bob and click on a Bob. And now Bob has some profile which doesn't speak to me. Okay, maybe it's not that interested comment then. Or Bob has such a great positioning, great banner, great experience, written as a story, not just like a bunch of keywords, SEO words, or like I'm passionate, experienced employee. Okay, yes, but give me proof. Give me something what you did so passionately. Give me something more that I can see who you are. People are afraid because, as we mentioned, people are afraid to be judged. People are afraid that they might be missing certain opportunities if they're not speaking to everyone and being liked by everyone. And that's actually not leading you anywhere. I was that person who was positioning myself at the beginning for everyone, thinking like, if I narrow myself down, I will somehow limit myself to so many other people who might be willing to work with me. And that was wrong because I didn't attract anyone. No one could find themselves into what I'm doing because I was speaking too broadly. So you need to know who you are, and you're going to attract exactly what do you want for who do you want. I also map, you'll be surprised, which is so heartbroken. Every day I'm receiving at least 20 messages from people who have been laid off, who we just left on the street after years and years on a high level position, senior executives, even C-suite, board members. It's really heartbroken. And they're all now so stuck. They don't know how to start. And for them, it's very hard to position themselves right now because they never prioritize LinkedIn. And even for them, it's now hard to find a job. And that's why I also know to tell everyone, you can even have a dusty profile right now, or you can at least make it presentable. Comment from once in a while, or post 2 to 3 times weekly, your thoughts, your opinions. As I said, it doesn't need to be traumatized experiences. We all have so many experiences throughout the day. You read something and it reminds you something about your work. I don't mean in a sense like I took my kid to the park, this would teach me about leadership. No, we all had those posts about, some random things trying to connect with the business and leadership. You're not faking in that way, but give your perspective, whatever is happening in your life, because you are not you just because of the office work that you are doing. You're you when you're talking with your friend. You're you when you are showing up at a dinner or any event. Doesn't need to be only business setup. And what I realized, really, I heard this numerous times, I tested on myself, and it is part of the human psychology. People want to connect with you in a more casual way. So they want to see you behind the scene, the process. When did you fail? How difficult that was for you? it is hard for us to write it, and we all like crying before posting that post, but the world doesn't see in that way. They're not crying with you, but it's incredible bond and trust. I used to have so many messages every time whenever I would post something personal, some
Hmm.
struggle, because people want to see real you, not polished, not, just real you. Bob is asking, is it worth commenting on posts with big network in your area? Of course. Be among first ones. Put a bell under their names if you don't know their exact posting time. But most of those big creators, they do have their usual posting time. And what you can do, even if you're in the middle of the work, just to not miss, put alarm. I used to have alarm on my phone, just even in a reminder or a proper alarm with those names. But usually, what is the biggest activity with these bigger network people, creators, is US Central Time 8 a.m., which is simultaneously it's in UK lunchtime, and Middle East is around 4 or 5 p.m. So usually that is kind of the biggest traffic, but I know to say there is no right time to post, because there is always somewhere 8 a.m. in the world. So there is always sometimes morning someone in the world, even if
There's
they're
there's
checking.
there's actually a song. It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
There you go. There you go. There you go. Don't sell, be kind, share for trust, and be real. That's exactly the right mindset. Exactly that. And once you are kind, once you develop that trust, people will hand over money to you. They don't care even how much it costs.
Yeah.
I want to work with you because I trust you that much. I know you can deliver and you can. And it's not like a selling. I was always like struggling with that idea, like, who's going to buy from me? I can't breathe. Why would someone buy from me? But the fact is that you are sharing your knowledge. Someone didn't go through all these trials and errors as you did. And someone is going
Mhm.
to pay you that they don't need to go through that. And
Absolutely.
because they trust you, that you're not going to trick them, you really want them to succeed. And this is the point of, those humanized posts and comments, not to sell, but to be a human being. Help someone. Doesn't need to be always about selling. Give free advice.
Yeah.
Show up in the comments with real value. Share something. Give free PDFs, videos. Record yourself. Jump on a coffee chats like 15 minutes, 30 minutes, just to get to know people. Doesn't need to be always about selling.
And
And
start a
poor business.
podcast.
Start a podcast. You see, start a podcast. Robert had an amazing idea. Robert, you had an idea with 100 CEOs in the podcast,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So how is that in a progress, or when we will
Absolutely.
have 101?
I'm 69 in. So yeah.
You see, I am the CEO of my company. My company is called PSOS,
I
which
want
is,
I
yeah.
want to add something. This wording post on big networks. The big networks usually make the comments easy, so they make the questions or even the another comment when you could basically create another post on it, and you can use it as a comment and then as a post for yourself, and it's double win. So,
Exactly, exactly. Especially, yes, I didn't explain why to come up earlier, because you will have such a great leverage, because everyone, whoever is going to come after you, if you nail down that comment, personalized comment, like not AI soup comments, if it's really coming from you, people are going to read. I was always shocked how many people were actually reading comments. Honestly, I was never a social media person. I must admit that. I'm terrified about social media. I don't have a Facebook. Actually, I do, but I didn't use it for years. Instagram, I reopened, I think like 2 months ago, nothing. So I'm not a social media person. So reading comments is like, who does have time for that? I mean, that engaging, and then hearing that people actually want to fight in the comments, like how? But in the comments, you will find so many interested people, at least on LinkedIn. Because in
Absolutely.
comments, if you come after a few hours, after you post your comment, you're going to find amazing people. Then reply to those comments of amazing people. Check their taglines. If they're in your niche, in your industry, oh my God, check them out. Comment on a few other posts. They might not know you if you click just connect, but stick over there. Build that relationship. Don't just ask something transactional. This is the worst thing I see on LinkedIn. Everyone, I'm generalizing, but majority are so transactional. Just, we are here just to get something from each other. No, we are here, first of all, to serve each other. And that serving is giving you lots of abundance in life, just out of serving. And your life is fulfilled. I see so many C suite and even like founders who, who leave their great paid jobs because they got lost in the entire hustle, entire performing, that theater hustle, and like, no, they got lost and they just wanted to escape that. And they started their own something consultancy, advisory, just to be at peace. And it doesn't need to be like that. Once you open up your voice, it's getting, actually, I realized also with my life, once I started posting like that on LinkedIn, somehow it opened myself even in the other ways in my offline world.
Absolutely.
I'm not performing anymore for anyone. I'm just being who I am.
Yeah.
And that is the beauty. You're not scared about anyone.
Mm-hmm.
We are all same people, same biology. Why should we be scared?
Mm-hmm.
I know people, and this is very bad even to think about it, because I was also part of, as an employee, where we all were scared of posting or just even opening LinkedIn on our workplaces because we might lose job, people are going to look at us weirdly. There are even bosses who, if they see you comment, they will assume you're finding a new job, you're with one foot out.
Mm-hmm.
But that's why whenever today I was on one call with one gentleman who asked me, can you do this something for us, for our corporate? Yes, let's do for the corporate. One message for the multiply departments. Let's connect all departments into one message. Each department can say it from their own standpoint. And this is the beauty. When you can communicate one message from more departments, sales, operations, marketing, HR, they can all communicate from, imagine how many posts are there. And it's not that you're giving a positioning to someone else to leave the company. No, everything is actually going towards your brand, your company product. So this is like, yeah, huge big deal. Do you bring real you and courage? Yeah. Do you bring real? I don't think there is a, Robert, can you answer this question?
I don't know the real meaning. Perhaps in the way that you're doing with your customers. I don't know. But I think yes, because you are such a person. And I think it's really liberating when you see that you can talk about things openly with being real you. You don't really need courage anymore because it's the natural way of doing this.
Exactly. You're just being who you are. And once, as I said on the beginning, once you're being who you are, that's how you emit your light even more and more. And although it's not visible by our eyes, it's attracting others. That's why
Exactly.
I have people who just want to hang out with me. They're telling me, like, I'm okay, I'm posting over there, I'm confident, but can we just go on a coffee chat? I really like spending time with you. fine by me. This is all about, just live life in this God's world and enjoy others, meet other people. And you never know when the next opportunity is going to land you. Yes, for the courage, it is very much important because sometimes, yeah, we are stuck of the judgment of the. But this is like courage, I would say. Yes, I would say courage is easy. Courage comes easier when you have your squad of people in front of you on LinkedIn, your peers that already knows you, and they are going to support you. They're going to give you love. They love you just because of who you are.
Yeah.
Sometimes also, like I was like, I posted this. Oh, now entire world is going to stop. Everyone going to judge me. No, people loved it. People loved
Yeah. I think that's the most surprising thing, that when you post a post that you think it's really not really good, or it will go flank, and then you see the most comments and engagement, and it's really mind blowing. So you actually, I think the courage comes after you make the first action. That's why I
Yes.
said the right moment is right now. Post something, and you'll see that nothing dramatically happened, uh, and you'll get this momentum,
Momentum.
and, and the courage to do even more. And the perhaps I could share the best business advice I received, and it was your first 100 videos will suck, and that means you have to embrace it, to really crawl at the beginning so you can walk and you can run later. And if you know that the first 100 videos will suck, then you will do uh, video after video after video to reach that first 100, and then you will not polish the first one until it's ready, because it is never ready, and you get better and better and better.
I would say that I started being courageous more when I started stopped going, trying to mimic what others are doing. And when I posted actual my thoughts, my opinions, and I saw the impact and the messages I would receive out of them, I knew that I'm doing something right. And that gave me boost to continue doing what I'm doing. That gave me motivation. And yeah, courage came then way easier because I know that at least one person out there is eagerly expecting me to post something else. Yeah.
So Bob said incorporates comments across the brand. I think against the brand, it gives viral. What do you think about that?
It creates, I would say, if the corporate have a multiple departments involved in the posting, I would say it can create such a great drama, especially if some corporates have sales and marketing are not in a love, maybe. And sales things, one thing works better than marketing things. And it can create, so this is like a trigger that corporates can make, that between themselves they clash ideas, clash thoughts, but that's not a bad marketing, that's a not bad PR. And
I
this
think,
is what yeah, say, tell me.
yeah, I think somebody says there's no bad marketing.
There is
Everything
no
that
such
goes
a
out,
bad PR. There is no
yeah.
such a bad PR. Exactly. You can always turn it into your way. And people love this. I know, I see a lots of investors or even like a venture capital portfolio managers who want to see from a different perspective people. And when they check for one company, they're going to dig into employees. And if you have that company brand spread it across multiple organization, they're going to check all of that. And imagine what is a probability that you're going to be funded, that you're going to go to the next stage of Series A, B. There are many companies got just the seed funds, and they just going in the circles of just certain people introductions, not leveraging as much as LinkedIn. But if you have company message throughout different departments, it's way better way to being picked up instead of someone else. You're creating that trust, which is giving you enormous leverage. Enormous. Everything is about trust, because that investor is also betting on you, risking on you, who they're going to hand over the funds. It's their risk as well. So, but they're also very, very smart people, and they can see through if someone is faking. You cannot perform forever. You can't. It's going to collapse one day of another day. Exactly. What Clela is mentioning, I think we can all relate to that. It's the Edison's failure. It's not about how many times you fail on whatever you do. It's taking the necessary steps. Exactly. Every failure actually that I had was actually just one step for something else. I was so frustrated. Even throughout discovery calls, sending proposals, didn't know what went wrong. I did everything per school book. Why is this not working? It's working for everyone else. Why it's not working for me? And it's just improving by 1% more. 1%. Do something differently. Test it. Because, as I said, there is no one system. What's working for someone, it might not work for you. Yeah. Test. Don't give up. Even when I'm on the calls, even when I'm on the calls and advising others what to do, I always tell, if that doesn't work, we are going to check something else. If that doesn't work, I'm already now giving you plan A, B, C. I'm already giving you backup plans which are going to check if that is not going to work, because I was testing that out.
Yeah. Don't be afraid of failure, because from failure you can always learn, and you at least have this action, and from action comes courage and comfort, and these are
Exactly.
short steps, like Bob said, helps long term.
Helps long term. And if we are all handed over success, we wouldn't even be grateful for it. We wouldn't even know to value it.
Absolutely.
So this is all going out of your comfort zone. And I'm actually grateful for every failure, for every mislead, for everything, because I wouldn't be this person who I am today.
Yeah.
I think
you learn one way how it doesn't work.
Exactly. I know to say it's like a diamond. Diamond needs to pass years and years in a really hot fire to actually become a diamond.
Yeah.
Natural or, whatever way it is. But you need to become a diamond through fire. Fire only. That is it. That is it.
Okay, let's wrap it.
Let's wrap it. I don't know if there are any other questions. Or...
Not right now. So any final thoughts?
Final thoughts, as
you through a lot today, and I enjoy it really, really much.
Me too. Thank you for having me here. Yeah. I was actually very surprised that you called me in. Feel very honored. Thank you that I was part of this. Your 100th part of CEOs, and having such a huge names, and you called me in. That means a lot. That's also like, I also see with so many people start showing up on LinkedIn and all of a sudden landing speaking gigs or big featured. I mean, then you start like, what? What happened? Yeah, because you showed up. Your name is now recognizable name. So it's not that you're becoming influencer just because You don't want to be a slave. This is how I started, and I will finish with this. I'm not choosing to be a slave. It's as much as it sounds really badly, but you're always under the control of someone else for someone else. But if you're showing up your voice, if it's written over there, first of all, no one can steal it from you and take a credit for it. It's written, and you think it's written only for you, but it's actually written for the entire world, and you never know who's going to see it next. And maybe people didn't give you in life good network. You maybe not coming from a family background who handed over to you good network, which was my case, but it doesn't mean that you will accept that as your destiny. You can create it for yourself, even if you don't have huge experience or expertise, even if you don't have.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for this evening, and enjoy the rest of it, and goodbye.
Thank you, Robert. Thank you, everyone, and hope to see you, everyone.